Hi everyone, I'm Jackie and you all know Jason, and today I'll be asking another 5 questions on the Packers. So the Packers offense isn't quite the powerhouse everyone thought it would be. How can they go about fixing that?
God, I feel like I answered this question already. It's weird deja vu. But that's the thing about the Packers offense. They've had problems week after week. The one consistent thing about their offense is that it's been inconsistent. And I don't think anyone has a real good answer for you on that. I don't think I do. I don't think Aaron Rodgers does. I don't think Mike McCarthy does. I think the reality when you look at this offense is they need to get to the bye week. That's when the team invariably does its self-scouting, and they need to take a long, hard look at all the things that ail this offense. Their third down conversion rate is bad. They were 2 for 12 against the Jets last week. They need to look at all the different aspects of the offense, and Aaron Rodgers has to play better.
And the defense has been playing consistently well, even without some of their key starters. Who gets all the credit for that? Is it just the players who've been stepping it up, or have the coaches kind of been tailoring it to fit them?
I think most of the credit has to go to Dom Capers. I think when you look at what he's done with a group where he's missing 4 starters, he's playing guys that sign on Tuesday or Wednesday of the week and they're playing by Sunday, I think that goes to the coaching. And obviously Dom Capers is a fantastic defensive coordinator. He didn't have a ton of success as a head coach in the NFL, but as a coordinator he has always had pretty good success. And he was really good as a coach last year. They had certainly their problems against elite quarterbacks, but they were the best team in the league against the run. And I think that the Dom Capers really gets a lot of the credit for getting these guys ready to play. And, of course, his position coaches who do a lot of the dirty work getting them ready.
And maybe this is too soon to ask, but I feel like it can't be ignored. Tim Massey had a great punting performance on Sunday. Do you think, he's finally where he should be, or is it just kind of a fluke? It's just one game.
I don't think it's a fluke. I think it shows what he's capable of when he gets in a rhythm and he has the consistency that I think every punter craves. Now, I'm not ready to anoint him the second coming of Ray Guy just yet. He is a guy who has to prove that he can do this when the weather turns, and it doesn't sound like the weather on Sunday night is going to be that unbearable for November, but we are starting to get to that point in the calendar when punting becomes much more difficult because you're kicking a cinder block instead of a football. So we'll see what he can do, but I'll tell you what, Sunday he was very, very impressive. He put together one of the greatest punting performances I think most people who cover the Packers have ever seen.
Last year at this time, Packers were 4-4. Right now they're 5-3, and yet last year they made it to the playoffs, but they were healthy. This year, the Packers aren't so healthy. Do you think they can still make it to the playoffs?
I think the bye week is really important for them. If they can beat the Cowboys this week, get to 6-3, and then have that week off before their final 7 games. They've got some tough games in there. They've got road trips. Detroit is an improved team. I don't think they should lose at Detroit, but the other road games, Minnesota, who knows what to make of them at this point, and obviously the Patriots are a very good team. And don't forget Atlanta. They're one of the best teams in the league right now. The Packers have to go there on Thanksgiving weekend. So I think this bye week is really important for them to get that time off and for them to get healthy. Maybe they can get a few guys back. They are not going to be getting Finley back or Ryan Grant back. Well, they could have gotten Ryan Grant back. Talking to him today, he would have been ready to play sometime in December, he says, and I think they could have used him. But that bye week is going to be really important for them to get healthy and get ready for the stretch run.
And finally, every year you look at the calendar and you see the Cowboys. You think big game. However, the Cowboys are only 1-6 so far. Is it still going to be that big game?
I think it's a big game for the Packers, obviously, that Mike McCarthy made the joke on Wednesday about the trap game and how it's funny how things turn so quickly. I think it is a trap game, though. They're not playing very well, and it's surprising for everybody, but the fact of the matter is they're playing John Kitna at quarterback. They don't have Tony Romo anymore, and it's been ugly down there in Big D. So I fully admit I was one of those foolish people that picked the Cowboys to go to the Super Bowl and play the Super Bowl in their home stadium. That's clearly not going to happen now, and I'm just anxious to see how the rest of their season plays out because they have been perhaps the most disappointing team. The Vikings have been disappointing as well, but this team even more so disappointing among the league's leaders.
Okay, great. Thank you. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
And enjoy all the outtakes.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed that edition of 5 Questions with Intern Jacki, you'll really enjoy the outtakes from our first attempt at recording this.
Oh, it's getting really hot. I'm gonna turn red. I can't laugh in these things because I just keep laughing.
How you doing, everybody, and welcome to 5 Questions with Intern Jacki. You may wonder why she's laughing. We're just setting up the video here, and I asked her to switch seats because I wanted to make sure we were both in the frame. And since Jacki and I have become like a big brother and a little sister, I was able to read her mind when she said, "Why do you want me to do that?" Because I'm obviously much fatter than she is. So that's how we're starting today's segment. You ready? You gonna be okay? Do I need to ask? Do I have to do a Randy Moss type thing and ask myself the questions for you and then answer them?
Can we just start over?
No, let's go, baby. Here we go. Question 1.
I'm so crying. Okay. Oh, apologize. All right.
Question 1.
Question number 1. Numero uno. Okay. The Packers' offense, isn't the powerhouse everyone thought it would be prior to this season. They kind of seem out of sync. How can they go about fixing this?
It's a great question, and I don't have the answer, and neither does Aaron Rodgers, neither does Mike McCarthy, neither does Joe Philbin. I mean, it's just been it's not a laughing matter, Jacki. It's a big concern for Packers that during the self-scout, now I'm not even making jokes and you're laughing at me. Not a chance. That's what happens when you get to post the videos.
And the defense has been playing consistently well, even with a lot of their... I can't do this. Can we just please start over?
Your dad's going to love this video.
We have to start over.
Okay.
Come on, can we please just start over? Just let me get all the giggles out.